San Francisco. Greg Norton homered in the top of the first to make it 1-0. Barry Bonds 7 for 17 career against Sean Chacon. Singles. Rich Aurelius scores. He had doubled. Tied at 1. Barry's 29th RBI. Bottom 3. Chacon's pitch hits. Home plate umpire Ed Rapuano in the mask. Eddie Rapp, bit woozy. We need another look and listen. Never caught Bobby Estalea's glove at all, and the trainer came out. Rapuano would stay in the game for now. Same frame, bases loaded. Benito Santiago and Todd Helton. Oh, glove don't live here anymore. He overran it, and Santiago stays alive, and Jose Hernandez, oh, he lives on glove street. Diving catch, and this game remains tied at 1. Bottom 4, Giants down 2-1. JT Snow leading it off, and fellas, communication is the key to any successful relationship, and we just keep screwing that one up. And Eddie Rapp on the play having trouble lifting his head to watch that ball, and well, he knows his pitches are numbered. Bottom 4, Giants down 2-1. 2-on-2 out. Marquise Grissom batting .437 in his last 18 games. Chacon doesn't care. After the top of the 5th, that's it. Rapuano's going to leave. Mark Carlson going to take over the duties behind home plate. Top 9, 3-1 Rocks. Pinch hitter Jay Payton with a little insurance against Joe Nathan. He doubles. Bobby Estalella scores. And the Rockies win a rare one on the road. 4-1, just their second win in their last 14 road games. Rick Sutcliffe. Kurt Schilling fined $15 grand for punching out one of those ball and strike electronic cameras baseball's using. No comment from the camera. Carlton Lower fell out of a deer blind hunting, broke his leg, then developed shoulder problems. Hasn't won a game in 4 years. Helping himself there with the strikeout of Steve Finley. But what about his mates at the plate? Padres batting only $159 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And well, Bruce Bochy, he says, we're just not cashing in. Ryan Klesko at the plate. Would he be money? No. Bases loaded. Pop. It takes a great Tony Womack shave ice grab. Keep the Padres from scoring. They leave them filled. Bottom 4, Xavier Nady. Grounding out Sean Burrows, who tripled the lead off the frame. He scores. 1-0 Padres. Ching ching. They cash in. Same inning. Lower. Runners on second and third. An RBI ground out. He's going to earn his first win since May of 1999. Just the Padres' 7th win in their last 35 games. They take this game.
White Sox in Cleveland. Tribe looking to complete a 3-game sweep after a weekend rainout. D'Angelo Jimenez leading off against Brian Anderson, and there it goes, his 6th. He's 12 for 20 career versus Anderson. He owns him. Owns. White Sox up 1-0. Bottom 1, Bartolo Colon gets Ellis Burks, his 1,000th career strikeout. He caged 6 in the game. Milton Bradley up with 2 on in the bottom of the 6th, so it's time to play, Neil. What will Milton Bradley do? Spin the wheel.
I'll take an A.
Oh, amen. Facing Colon, down a run, doubles off the wall. Matt Lawton comes in. Omar Vizquel going to wave him in as well. And the Indians are up 3-2 as Colon allowed 4 runs on 7 hits and 6. And if you chose double, you were a winner. Top 9, 5-2 Tribe. Denny Baez gets Miguel Olivio. Baez's save, and the Indians win 5-2. They sweep the White Sox. Tribe's 5th straight win as Anderson gets his first win since April 9th.
The Cubs hosting Tampa Bay. Bottom 1, no score. There's Sosa at bat. Runners on second and third, 1 out, but that's not the story. This is the grounder and the broken bat of Sosa's. Mark Rizolanek would score from third for the moment. 1-0 Cubs. A broken bat for Sosa on the ground out, right? So home plate Tim McClellan gets to work, picking up the bat of Sosa's. He meets with the other umpires, discusses what appears to be a cork in the bat of Sosa. It's cork without the champagne. No reason to celebrate here. Sosa's broken bat gets looked at. And let's flash back. Speaking of McClellan, yes, he was involved in this. July 24th, 1983, McClellan ejects George Brett for using too much pine tar. Brett obviously not thrilled with that decision by McClellan. Back to Tuesday's game. Sammy Sosa visibly shaken. Dusty Baker comes out to talk to McClellan to check out what is going on. What about Sammy? Oh, boy. Exactly. Look again at the broken bat of Sosa. The bat appears to be corked. Sammy would say later, he simply picked up the wrong bat. Take a look at the Major League Baseball official rule book, 606, Section D. A batter is out for illegal action when he uses or attempts to use a bat that in the ump's judgment has been altered or tampered with. No advancement on the bases will be allowed, and any out or outs made during the play shall stand. Here it is again, another look, the bat breaks. Sosa said later he actually uses corked bats in batting practice to make the fans happy. He simply picked the wrong one. Meanwhile, McClellan rules that Grizzolatic must go back to third. Sosa is out number 2, and Grizzolatic's run does not count. Back to a scoreless game, and the staff of CSI wouldn't like that, Tim. You wiping off your hands. Sammy, stunned. Later, baseball officials walk away with the evidence. That bat not going to Cooperstown. We're tied at 2, and Sammy's replacement, Troy O'Leary at the plate. Up the middle, off of Al Levine, a leadoff single for O'Leary, and then later, runners at second and third, 1 out. Levine throws the wild pitch to Martinez, and look who scores the winning run. Sammy's replacement, O'Leary, after Sammy spoke with our George Smith.
We're joined by Sammy Sosa, who was thrown out of tonight's game, apparently for using a cork bat. Sammy, let me ask you first of all, you say it was an innocent mistake. How did it happen?
Innocent mistake, you know, that was a bat that I meant to use for BP, you know, batting practice. And, you know, I picked the wrong bat. I understand that, you know, it's a big blame for. I got to, you know, stood up and take the punishment and everything that I had to do. I just say that I apologize before to my teammates, the Major League Baseball and everybody up there. I never had that in my mind, you know, to go through that, but, you know, it happened. And I feel really bad about it. You know, I just here talking to you guys to letting you know that from the bottom of my heart, I really apologize.
Why do you have cork bats at all? Is it just for show?
In BP, in practice, in batting practice, I don't, you know, it's something that, you know, really, you know, just to make my fans happy, everybody out there, you know what I mean, to come to see the batting practice in BP, definitely.
Is that your only cork bat? Do you have others?
No, sir. You know.
And knowingly, have you ever knowingly used a cork bat in a game?
No, sir. I really can't say that right now. And, you know, it's a mistake. It's a mental mistake. You know, it happened. I just picked the wrong bat to go out there and, you know, play in the game. And that's what I'm here today, you know, to say I'm sorry, and I feel bad about it, but I got to just keep it continuing.
You've built up a lot of goodwill. Your home run race with Mark McGwire, a great ambassador to the game. How do you think fans will react to this?
That's what I'm here to try to explain, that, you know, what happened tonight is not something that, you know, happened to any single guy. I had to say, you know, that was a mental mistake that, you know, every human being sometimes got to go through that, and I feel bad about it. I feel that, you know, all the fans up there, they deserve for you know, for me to apologize, and you know, just I feel, you know, that it's something that I got to deal with that from now on, and hopefully they, you know, they can understand that.
Does this taint anything you've done over the last few seasons?
I don't think it's going to change anything that I've done, because, you know, it's something that, you know, I grab about just by mistake. I really don't need to use that, because, you know, I'm a very strong guy and I'm a fighter, so I never give up my fight. So it's something that, you know, hopefully they, you know, they can understand that.
And that's what you'll tell the commissioner when you meet him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and final question, just for the fans, what will you do to get back the goodwill? Do you think you have to do something now to get back some goodwill?
Well, it's going to be tough. I understand that. You know, it's going to be some fan probably right now, they not too happy about it. I understand that. You know, it's going to be hard for me to go through that process, but I got to deal with that, you know. I'm a man enough to take my blame and pay for my punishment. But, you know, hopefully they understand, and, you know, we just got to go out there and play it again and just keep it continuing.
Sammy Sosa, thank you very much for joining us. That's the story here at Wrigley. Now back to you.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Sammy. So will Sammy's many accomplishments be tarnished? His 505 career homers, 17th all-time, his 3 career 60 homer seasons, a Major League record. His 450 homer seasons, tying the mark for Mark McGwire for the Major League record. He also has 6 career 3-homer games. For analysis, our Baseball Tonight.
From a broken pitching hand. It was a couple comebackers that doomed the Diamondbacks. Schilling twice got his bare hand on the baseball this past Friday in San Diego. Second time, knocked him out of the game. And now out of the lineup. Joins Randy Johnson on the shelf. As the Snakes entertain the Pale Hose on this Interleague Tuesday. Those fellas are not alone when it comes to hurting bad. Schilling, Johnson, Manti, Kopla, Webb, Counsell, Prince. A lot of pitchers on there, and no Young Kim anymore. White Sox, Esteban Loaiza, man, he's healthy. 8 wins already this season. That's a career high for wins in a season, is 11. Lyle Overbay looking at a fastball on the outside corner, and then Junior Spivey swinging at an off-speed pitch. Those both came in the 5th. Loaiza went scoreless 7, 8 Ks, no decision though. Bottom 9, the decision was, well, to walk Spivey intentionally to load the bases for Chad Moeller, who had entered the 8th as a pinch runner and scored the tying run. Well, their first pitch against Tom Gordon, singles over the drawn-in outfield, Shea Hillenbrand. First game as a Snake in Arizona, scores the game winner, 2-1 Arizona.
Pair of division leaders, Twins and Giants at Pac Bell. No score in the first. Runner on third, 2 out. Damian Moss facing Torrey Hunter. Oh, that's deep, but how deep? It's deep enough to do this, to score Christian Guzman on the double. A team leading 34 RBIs for Hunter. Twins up 1-0. Hunter 2 for 4. He's hitting 246. Giants down 2-0. Nobody on. 2 out. Joe Mays against Rich Aurelia. Hunter all over it. That's a SportsCenter Top 10 nominee. That ends the inning. Hey, you know what? Remember the last time Hunter and Bonds faced each other? The 2002 All-Star Game. Bottom 1, Bonds was up at bat. You remember.
1-1 to Bonds. A high fly ball hit in the air right center field. Pretty deep. Outfielders back and jumping at the wall. And bringing it back is Torrey Hunter of Minnesota.
Bonds flat out robbed by Torrey Hunter. Spider-Man, and then Barry giving him the biz after. This time, back to the game. Bottom 4, Bonds up. Bonds gone. Waving the magic stick. SportsCenter Top 10 nominee, I would think, is 14th, 627th of his career. For the Giants are down 3-1. It was 6-3, bottom 7, Bonds on deck. Bags full, Rich Aurelia doesn't give Barry a chance. 5-4-3 double play. Aurelia 0 for 4. He's hitting 261. Twins hold on for the win. Joe Mays wins his 7th. Hey, I know this might come as a shock, but the Giants have released Ruben Rivera.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I can't imagine why, though. Oh, yeah, I can. A week ago, Rivera committing a base-running blunder for the ages. Isn't that right, John Miller?
And that was the worst base running in the history of the game.
Derek Jeter named the Yankees captain Tuesday. Boss making Jeets his on-field boss.
It goes without saying that this is an honor that's not thrown around too lightly in this organization. So, yeah, I understand it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility to the fans. It's a responsibility to the media, to my teammates, more importantly, to the entire organization.
New York at Cincinnati, we're in the 6th. Andy Pettitte singles off Jimmy Haynes. I said Andy Pettitte. Jorge Posada scores, but Raul Mondesi got a little greedy. He gets thrown out at third. Pettitte's 3rd hit and his 2nd RBI in 24 regular seasons at bats. 3-1 Yankees. Bottom 6, 2 on, 2 out. Pettitte. Wild pitch. Adam Dunn and Ken Griffey Jr. They're going to move up a sack. And, well, the next pitch also goes wild. Posada unable to recover in time to get done. This is a 1-run game. Pettitte unable to get his act together after that base hit. Sid Kearns with the number. Pettitte with the air hits Kearns in the noggin. Griffey, who didn't advance to 3rd on the 2nd wild pitch, scores all the way from 2nd. Tie game. Bottom 9 still tied. Jason LaRue against Antonio Osuna. 6 of the Reds' wins this season have come on game-ending hits at Great American. LaRue misses the walk-off homer by
that much.
Yeah, exactly. The arrow shows you. That much. Settles for a double. Now 2 outs. Juan Castro, soft grounder off the end of the stick, eludes the diving Jason Giambi. 15 of the Reds' 28 wins have come in their final at-bat. First meeting since the '76 World Series. Reds in 4 then. Reds 4-3 now.
A's Marlins. First inning, Eric Burns facing Brad Penny. Burns strikes out, check swing. That 22-game hitting streak, history. Burns was 0 for 4. He's still hitting .333. Bottom 3, Marlins runners on the corners. Mike Lowe off of Mark Mulder. C is right, number 17. Marlins up 4-0. Still in the 3rd, bags full. That's Brad Penny against Mark Mulder. Yeah, that Mark Mulder. 3-run score on that hit by the pitcher. Penny gets a triple. Penny was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Marlins had a 7-0 lead on Mark Mulder, who was going for his 9th win. Bottom 5 now, 2 on, 2 out. We're going to quiz you, see if you're paying attention. Ivan Rodriguez, the infield fly, and we want you to make the call. Who's going to make this catch? A, John Halama. B, Arubio Durazo. C, Mark Ellis. D, Miguel Tejada. Or E, nobody. Let's see how it plays out. Did you guess E, nobody? You'd be right. See, Durazo pushed Halama out of the way, even though he called for it. Juan Pierre comes in to score. Halama's still stumped. Whoa. Light your matches for the love of an encore. Another 3-run homer, his 18th. 49 RBIs on the year for Mike. Marlins crew.
Best record in baseball, but without Mays, AL Player of the Month Edgar Martinez hates interleague. Brett Boone loves it. 2-run shot off Kevin Millwood in the third, his 16th. RBIs 24 and 25 in his last 16 games. Millwood has allowed 3 earned or less in each of his last 8 starts. Now down 3 earned in the fourth. David Bell trying to get some back with 2 on, 2 out. Knocks Jeff Cirillo out after the M runs into the wall. Bruised kneecap. Bell would later fly out to end the threat. 4-0 in the fifth. Jamie Moyer has won his last 5 starts. Pat Burrell, #1 overall pick in the '98 draft. Can't get anything started. 6th inning. Jim Thome. Foul pop down the left field line. Willie Bloomquist is Cirillo's replacement, and, well, Willie doesn't live on Glove Street. Thome would eventually ground out. Same inning, same foul line, same result. Well, kinda. Randy Wynn can't make the play. Rain and wind causing havoc at the vet. Steve and Cindy all wet. Moyer causing havoc for the Phils. 4 hit, 8 Ks, no walks, improves to 9-2 with the 4-0 win.
Steve in that crowd. Converted closer Kelvin Escobar, Blue Jays and Cardinals. Escobar threw just 31 pitches through the first 3 innings. He was breezing. Asked Tino Martinez about that. And then Escobar getting Mike Matheny. And then, of course, against the opposing pitcher, Matt Morris. Escobar retiring 12 of the first 13 hitters he faced. To the fifth, 2 on, 2-0 Jays. Same batters, different story. Tino. Martinez was 2 for 5. He had 3 RBIs, hitting .253. Suddenly it's a 2-1 game. And then Mike Matheny up the middle. Edgar Renteria would score to tie it. Renteria, big game, 3 hits, 3 RBI. Next batter, Matt Morris with 2 on. The bunt. Howie Clark, his problem, he throws it away, so Martinez scores to put the Cardinals up 3-2. Bottom 7 now is 5-4 St. Louis with a man on, Jim Edmonds. Edmonds, very healthy, sparking a 4-run 7th inning and breaking out of an 0-for-15 slump with that 2-run homer, his 12th of the year. The Cardinals go on to cool off the Blue Jays by the score of 11-5.
Texas at Atlanta. Braves, Andrew Jones, Javi Lopez. They're just going to watch this one. At least that was the idea. Top 1, no score runners at the corners. Juan, gone. Chipper Jones. No. His 17th, 3-0 Rangers. Texas leads the majors in big flies with 91. Bottom 2, 2 on, nobody out for Vinny Castilla. A-Rod. Lovely. Rolls it to Michael Young. That's worth 2 looks. Rodriguez earning the dough. That's a top 10 nominee. Bottom 8. Braves trail 5-4. Andrew Jones, 2 for 27 career in the pinch hitter role against Oogie Urbina. 0-2, and he doesn't waste a pitch. Wasted along the way. 406 feet. First pinch hit homer of Andrew Jones's career. It's career number 199. Smoltzy comes in for his 21st, and the Braves win it 6-5.
San Juan, Tomo-Oka starting on the mound for Montreal. That was his first mistake. He did so against the Angels. Strike 1 to David Eckstein. Second pitch. That's a single for Eckstein. Next batter against Oka, Jeff Devanin. And this is the 3rd pitch of the game for Oka. Devanin fouls it off. Next pitch, 4th pitch of the game. That is deep, and that is gone. The Angels with a season high in hits with 22. Devanin's 5th home run of the year. Ball 1 to Salmon. Next pitch, his 6th pitch. Salmon smoking, his 8th. Angels up 3-0. We're counting pitches here of Tomo-Oka. This time on his 7th pitch, Garrett Anderson. And that's a shot opposite way. Oka allowed 8 runs, 11 hits, and 2+ innings of work. Oka, his first 7 pitches, 2 singles, 2 home runs. You do the math. It's not good. Now Oka facing Troy Gloss, no doubt. Gloss is 12th. Angels go up at that time 5-0. The final was 15-4. A season high in runs also for Anaheim. 2 slumping teams, the Royals and Dodgers. Eric Gagne and the Dodgers taking on the Royals, and he had this to say about LA's interleague opponents. Detroit, Chicago, no wait, not Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit. Do we play Kansas City? That's all I got? I think he said it with that inflection. Top of the 9th, 2-out tie game. And Gagne strikes out Aaron Guile. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Gagne having a shot for a win. DJ Carrasco walking Sean Green. Now with 2 outs, Carrasco intentionally walks Fred McGriff. 2 men on, 2 out for the Dodgers. It's Cabrera.
And did that hit him?
Carrasco does hit him on the elbow to load the bases. Take another look. Cabrera didn't even bother to get out of the way. Bags full for Adrian Beltre, a career 197 hitter with the bags full. He walks. The Dodgers win on 3 walks and a hit batsman in the 9th, and Gagne gets the win, his first of the year.
First meeting since the 1984 World Series. Padre players from that team there, including Dave DeVecchi. Alan Trammell, well, he's there. He's now your Tigers skipper. He was a San Diego coach last season, and in '84, well, he was a huge hit for the Tigers. A huge hit also those brown uniforms for the Padres.
Absolutely. I was thinking that. It's a big hit.
Those are the throw-up jerseys. Tigers down 1-0, top 9, 2 on Dimitri Young. First pitch from Brian Lawrence. Big Bang Theory, 3-run homer. Tigers win at 3-2 on Young's 10th of the season. At least half the guys are using steroids. They talk about it. They joke about it with each other. Remember when Ken Caminetti blew the lid off of baseball with his roid rage? Jose Canseco followed that up saying he would name names in a book about baseball's performance-enhancing problems. Do you remember? Well, it was at about this exact same time 1 year ago. How many people are talking about that now? How many people will be talking about Sammy Sosa and his corked bat a year from now? Here's John Anderson.
The megawatt smile, the all-out sprint, the strength to send baseball soaring. A combination that's made Sammy Sosa a big league superstar, the most marketable active player in the game, according to a recent edition of the Sports Business Journal. However, Sosa's shining image may have been shattered, along with his bat Tuesday night at Wrigley Field. The career of the ultimate good guy, perhaps reduced to a pile of kindling at home plate. All those home runs, 505 total, now 505 question marks. Was the power supplied purely by Sammy or by cork glue and a drill? Is Sosa a serial corker or a guy looking for some help after coming off the DL and going 2 for 15 with 8 strikeouts, including 5 Ks on Saturday before he finally managed a 16th inning game-winning single? Blatant cheating or just looking for a little edge? People might forgive a player merely trying to work his way back from a beating to the head. But Sosa has had his selfish moments. His last contract negotiations were a public mini-drama that nearly got him traded to the Yankees. His recent stint on the disabled list with an infected toe brought some whispers as the stay neared 3 weeks. And this isn't Sosa's first at-bat with controversy. The issue of steroids hounded him last summer. He volunteered to be the first in line for a drug test, then lashed out when a reporter confronted him with a cup during batting practice. Sosa admits the corked bat was his, but he's clean from performance-enhancing drugs.
Did you make a mistake by saying if they had steroid testing, I'd be the first in line?
This is not a mistake.
No,
I know myself. I can text anytime that I don't really, I'm talking about myself. I don't have a problem with that.
Clean or dirty, a one-cork occurrence, bat boy error, a deliberate attempt to gain advantage. They're just questions. One Sosa will now have to bear in the batter's box and carry with him out to right field.